Hi, this is Karen in Virginia Beach. I have a list of 8 things that I want to share today, starting with this mail I got from Super Lucky Cindy. I sent her an envelope with some stamps just on paper, rubber stamps that I had purchased, and I stamped them on paper and sent them to her because I noticed she likes rubber stamps and I'm obsessed with them. On my list I want to share today is some that I'm learning to make, and this is my cat Starlight, who is choosing to not stay out of the camera. Okay, so thank you, Cindy. This envelope of lovely items for my junk journal means more to me than you can imagine. I love the cat because I'm a cat person and a dog person, but especially a cat person. This is the junk journal that I will add these items to. I've been working on this one for a long time because it isn't my primary craft, but it is one that I totally enjoy. I think I did a brief video on this previously. I do a mix of paper dolls, junk, painting, all different kinds of things in this junk journal. So I'm very excited to add these items to this book and other books that I mix up genres in. The other thing on my list are my paper bag journals. This one I did a video on, and I have since added more to it, like this ribbon I found, some more. I just love the fabric ribbon. So there's some additions in this since I last posted, but I just wanted to mostly share the new one that I've just put together, which is a smaller size lunch bag. I covered it with a napkin or tissue paper. It might have been tissue paper. And these are some of my mark making, but I haven't done anything else in this book. Excited to work on that. The other thing that I wanted to share was my stencil book. I have collected stencils, which is what has gotten me drawing my own figures, but I started with stencils and I felt like I was neglecting them, so I took this children's board book and I made it into an art journal with some of my stencils. I covered the shiny paper with dictionary pages, glued them. I use Mod Podge? Is that how you say it? Mod Podge. And the thing I love about this book is it flips open, so I can go like this. These are mostly Megan Quinlan stencils. You can see I'm still working. I wanted to do repetitions. I'm practicing with, I'm using acrylic, collage, and I'm using acrylic markers too. This is paper collage. And so this is I leave the little papers in because the type of acrylic paint that I use tends to be sticky. There's another page that I'm working on. I also like it when things are monochromatic. So here's another page. This is a rubber a stamp. It's a clear stamp. I love the little crown. These I've used some origami paper, acrylic paint. That's as far as I've gotten on that page. I have so many things going on that I get overwhelmed because I enjoy them all so much. So I did make all of these from stencils that are mostly, if not all, Megan Quinlan. This one is not. This one I did order on Temu. I have an affinity for things with fish. I have affinity for things with Queen Elizabeth. So there are some themes in my journals. And then I started this project, which is making collage pages. Just going through my scraps and some stamping and making, just relaxing, working on these pages. I'm not sure what I will use them for. I think I've shown this before, but I've added some of my own mark making. There's a wonderful, some videos on YouTube. This person shows 100 different ideas for mark making, and she does it over several videos. I have a playlist of all my journal making videos I'm saving, and I'd like to someday go through every single video and make something from that video, though mostly I do. So this is, these were free printable monsters that I added. And then this is some of my Asemic writing, which I'm really enjoying. I look up different ideas on Pinterest mostly, and then I practice, and sometimes I tear these out and add them to my art journals, my junk journals. I have several different books I'm working through, adding things. Too much to show. Then the other thing well, first let me show you. This is another book. This I got at, I think I got this at Five Below. Some more collage pages, just using my scraps and some stamping. I have started using those tempera crayons sticks, working on some images with those. So I start with the, see, I make a Asemic page, and then I will add color wherever the loops are enclosed. Another journal I'm working on is from a creator named Mary Flower. Oh my goodness. So I've been following her direction on making these painty pages, adding some, I'm adding collage to mine. I have 3 signatures that are all different shapes and colors of pages. She shows us how to tie in, these are some of my stamps, tie in the smaller pages and just do all kinds of fun things. This is from a book I'm using where you collage animals. I bought a monster one at Goodwill for 49 cents, and then I went online and found a used copy of the zoo animal one. It is a lot of fun. The monster, an example of a monster would be this one. So you make a collage page, you slip it behind the stencil, and then you cut around it and you get these creatures. So this is one of the signatures. There will be 3 in this. It's going to be mostly like paper dolls, but animals and personified animals, different types of creatures will go in this book. The final thing I'll share today is my stamp making, which I am having so much fun doing. You can see on here some of them that I've been making. And this is for mark making. All my tools in here. And the different practice. I'm just practicing as I'm trying to get more comfortable doing this. I'd like to make some of my own papers, especially with the flowers, which I am enjoying. Lots of videos online, though they tend to be older. So my favorite person is Autumn Hathaway. She had, to me, her beginner videos on how to, or her videos on how to make these are the most clear and informative. She's very enjoyable to watch. So I really follow her direction on how to carve, and I buy materials that she uses and recommends, though I haven't spent much money yet to purchase the inks, which I would like to get. So these are the projects that I'm currently working on, and there's more. That's not an exhaustive list, and it can be overwhelming because sometimes I can't focus because I don't know what to work on. I have lately been doing a lot of stencil designing and collaging and just this Asemic writing in these 2 books because I have felt unfocused. But this takes more time and thinking because I'm working on faces, and I do have some other short videos about my ladies that I like to make because I do draw my own also. This was just me wanting to really pay homage to stencils that I'd stopped using since I started drawing my own images. So thank you for listening to me ramble, and I'm going to work for 2 hours today. I work from home. I get to work while I'm surrounded by all my art supplies, and then I will be busy making. Thank you, and thank you so much, Super Lucky Cindy. Getting your mail meant so much to me. It was just such a surprise and unusual, and I'm working on a surprise to send you. Thank you, bye.